No fancy intro, none of that stuff. Let's get right into the video. You guys can see this week has been horrible, right? Today was a horrible day. We kind of got a little fake out here and then boom, things just crashed down viciously towards the end of the day. We see that Bitcoin itself was doing actually quite well earlier in the day, but we have noticed that Bitcoin has been following tech stocks. It has been treated as kind of like a growth stock, right? So it has been following the pattern of those. So if you really want to know what Bitcoin's going to do lately, just look at any tech stock and see what a tech stock is doing. We do see here at around 140, Bitcoin just plummets. Okay, and it just sinks down to that $40,000 level. It found a little bit of support here. It looks like it's getting a nice little bounce back. We're back at around the $41,000 range. But very scary stuff. What's going on here? Look at this. Ethereum, same thing, down, right? It was doing quite well, down, touching that $3,000 mark right there, $2,991. It's currently at $3,020. Voyager token, same pattern. Look at this. Just look at the time here at 104, right? It just 109, 110, boom, and it just falls. Voyager stock actually did quite well. I'm curious to see what is going to happen here with Voyager stock. If it does fall below, I do think it's going to fall. It's going to fall. It's going to follow Bitcoin. I will probably take some advantage and pick up some more shares of Voyager stock. So I'll probably do that, and I have them in my Roth IRA. So I do put them right into my Roth IRA. Shout out to Floki for telling me to do that. Thank you, Floki, for that idea, because I wasn't able to purchase Voyager stock anywhere, but I was able to get it on my Roth IRA. So thank you, Floki, for that idea. Let's check out the NASDAQ here. Very interesting stuff, right? So the NASDAQ, so you get a lot of tech stocks and stuff like that in here, right? So we see that it has been down quite a bit. Actually, down a lot. Down more than 10% on the year. When an index corrects by 10% or more, it is considered a correction. So this here is already a correction. So keep that in mind. I do want to show you guys some very important stuff about this in a bit. But what is very scary right now is that Netflix shares fall 20%. 20%. Look at this. Netflix was here. Look at this is the daily, right? Let me move back to the daily. Netflix was trading at around $509, and right now currently it is at $406. So more than $100 on a single, not even a single day, on after hours trading. So Netflix is down $110 during after hours. That is insane. Now, what happened here is that Netflix earnings were today, and we did see some stuff from Netflix. I think it's an overreaction, fellas. I do think it's an overreaction what's happening here. Okay, first off, I want you to think of something. How many people already have Netflix in the US, Mexico? It's pretty much reached its potential. Netflix has pretty much reached its potential in the Canada and in Northern America, right? It's going to be very difficult for Netflix to post the numbers that they were once posting. The growth for Netflix is going to be much, much slower. Okay? So I definitely do think that this is an overreaction. If we look at the 1 year here for Netflix, it's at the lowest price it's been at for a year. The lowest price it's been at for a year, right here. Boom. That is insane. I think that this is a definite overreaction. They still added 8.28 million subscribers. That, for me, is insane. They're still adding millions of subscribers. The reason why so many people are overreacting over this is because, well, they're saying that they expect to add only 2.5 million subscribers during the next quarter, which is far below the 3.98 million it added in quarter one of 2021. I think everyone knows this. Everyone knows that Netflix, it has reached such popularity that, I mean, what can people do? I mean, have two Netflix accounts, pay for two Netflix accounts? No, that's not going to happen. So I think anyone could have told you this. Anyone with a brain could have told you this. And so I think that this is a definite overreaction, and we're definitely seeing it with Bitcoin. We're seeing it with Ethereum. We're seeing it with so many tech stocks that are just falling in the after hours because of the fear that the Netflix earnings have brought. I don't think these earnings are catastrophic. I mean, look at this. The revenue is 7.71 billion versus the expected 7.71 billion. I mean, what is there? So why is there so much fear here? I don't really understand it. I think it's a definite overreaction, guys. And now for the good news. What I do want to show you guys is this here. Okay, blur out this over here. This is the market crash of 2008, right? We don't really want to get into this territory here. I think that was an anomaly, right? We don't want to get into that. But if we do look at this here, pretty much what this is telling us is we entered a correction in this date, so a 10% correction or more, and then look at what happens afterwards. So what happens after the correction is very important. So correction, red, that's 1 week, right? 1 week. 1 week, we're down another 4%, another down another 8%, and then the third week, up 1.5%, up 12%, up 21%, up 45%, and after 1 year, up 60%. Okay, so these losses were definitely gained back throughout the whole year. Now let's look over here. Correction, next week, up 3.6%. Red week, red week, red week, green. Correction, red, 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 green. Correction, green weeks, years, right? And so you see recently, every time we've had a 10% correction or more, we do see a lot of green, a lot of green, a lot of green. Okay, look at this here. Another correction, a lot of green going on here. Correction here, red, red. Again, obviously not a lot, just 3%, 2%. 0.4%, then 8%, pretty big here. But then we do end the year with a 20% from there, okay? Over here, down 2%. Over here we had a correction. Green, 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 a little bit of red, and then green. You notice we end the year off positive. Same thing over here. Look at this here. So I'm going to leave this up to you guys. What do you think is going to happen up next? This is the most recent one that we had. Thankfully, this is when I got really into investing. And so I remember this correction very, very clearly because this is when I started pouring my money into the market. And well, it did quite well for me. But let's look at what happened last year when we had a 10% correction or more. 1 week later, we had a very nice bounce. Very, very nice bounce. And look at these here. We end the year with a 21% increase. After 6 months, we had a 21% increase. Okay, so now again, we do enter another correction, so that we are going to add another correction over here, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Am I going to say that next week is going to be green? No, because we do see that from the data. A lot of the times after the correction, there is some pain, right? But we do see that most of the time we tend to bounce back. There's a lot of fear right now. There was a lot of fear then. There was a lot of fear here too, right? And so what do I think is going to happen? I think we are near a bottom. Again, this is not financial advice, but I am not selling anything here. If I wanted to sell anything, it should have been near the top, not during the bottom. So I am definitely not going to sell anything. If I had money, the thing that sucks for me right now, the only thing that has me worried is that I am a teacher, so I am getting paid on a monthly basis. I've already put all my extra money into things that I wanted to buy during this dip. So the thing that sucks for me is that I don't have any more money to purchase more things. As much as I want to, I don't. And so I really have to wait till I get paid next Friday. So I have to wait till next Friday. So I'm hoping that I still can take advantage of some of the dips, right? But I really don't think I will be able to, because I think by then at least by looking at this data, a lot of the sales that are going on are going to recover. I'm not going to say fully recover, but at least recover a little bit. So that's my take on this, guys. I don't think that I do see that a lot of people, are going crazy over this whole Netflix thing going on, that their earnings and they're growing and whatnot. But guys, Netflix is a staple in every household nowadays. So it's going to be tough for it to grow from here. It's as simple as that, right? Simple as that. All right, guys, that's it for this video. No fancy editing, none of that stuff. I just wanted to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, go ahead and drop a like down below, and I will catch you guys on the next one.